Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a tool that's really trying to change the game for developers, especially anyone building those big, complex, data-heavy applications. We're going to be looking at the data-primals-engine.
So if you're a developer, I bet this question hits close to home, right? That feeling when you start a new project and you just know you're about to build the same foundational stuff all over again. It's a huge universal frustration. But what if there was a better way?
We like to call it the boilerplate mountain. You know what I'm talking about. It's all that repetitive grunt work that stands between you and the really fun creative parts of your project. Writing the same API code over and over, wrestling with database migrations every single time a schema changes, setting up user auth from the ground up. It all just piles up into this mountain of work before you even get to the good stuff.
And this is exactly the problem the data-primals-engine was built to solve. At its core, it's a backend framework using Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. Its whole purpose is to just clear away that boilerplate mountain for you. It gives you this powerful foundation so you can actually focus on what makes your application special.
So what makes this a potential game changer? Well, the promises are pretty big. The goal is zero boilerplate, so you get to your business logic way faster. It's built on a scalable architecture with performance that's already been proven out. And it's got this batteries-included approach with modularity and AI capabilities ready to go right out of the box.
Let's actually break this time into three core pillars. First up, the flexible data core. This is all about how the engine handles your data, and the whole point is to get rid of all those traditional headaches.
At the heart of it is this concept called dynamic data modeling. So instead of writing these complex migration scripts every time you want to change something, you just define your entire data schema in a simple JSON file. Need to add a field? You just update the JSON. The engine handles the rest. Honestly, this alone can eliminate one of the biggest bottlenecks in development.
The engine also gives you this incredibly powerful automatic auditing. Every single time a record is created, updated, or deleted, the system saves a snapshot. What that means is you get a complete versioned history for any piece of data. For debugging, for traceability, for security, that's just invaluable.
And the data core goes way beyond just simple storage, too. It's really built for complex apps. You can do deep relation expansions to pull back all this nested data in a single call, run complex aggregations, and even create dynamic fields that are calculated on the fly. It's all designed for really high-performance, sophisticated data retrieval. All right, let's move on to Pillar 2 and see how this builds, the automation and AI engine. This is where you stop just storing data and start making it do things. It's all about bringing your application to life with these intelligent automated processes. Here's a perfect practical example. Okay, picture this. A new user signs up. That event acts as a trigger. The workflow then automatically kicks off a whole series of actions. A welcome email gets sent, an AI model generates a quick summary of that user's profile, and a task is created in your CRM for the sales team. And you did it with no custom code, just a simple, defined workflow. The system is super flexible because it's built from these really simple blocks. Triggers can be things like data changes, a set schedule, or a manual API call. And then the actions. They range from sending emails and making HTTP requests to running your own custom scripts or, and this is huge, generating AI content. Right? That AI integration? It's a core feature. It's not some afterthought. The engine has native support from major models right out of the box. That means you can easily build workflows that summarize text, or analyze data, or generate content as a totally standard action without needing to build these complex custom integrations yourself. Okay, on to our third and final pillar, building beyond the basics. You know, a good framework shouldn't lock you in. It should give you a platform to build on. And this engine is designed to be an extensible system, not some closed box you can't get out of. This comparison for creating a custom API endpoint, it really says it all. The old way is this multi-step code-heavy process, right? You're dealing with servers, routes, permissions. The data-primals way? You literally define the endpoint in the UI and write your logic in a secure, sandboxed environment. It's a massive, massive accelerator. And what's under the hood here is a really powerful event-driven core. Events like onDataAdded or onModelEdited are being fired all throughout the system. This lets you write your own modules and plugins that can hook into any part of the engine's lifecycle for some seriously deep customization. Okay, so we've covered the features, but what does this actually mean in practice? Let's look at some real, tangible results and use cases.
First up, performance. This isn't just theory. The engine has been proven to efficiently handle datasets with over 50,000 documents. So yeah, it's ready for real-world, scalable applications.
Let's look at a super concrete use case, managing a big email campaign. Using a pre-built starter pack, you can set up this really sophisticated system that sends thousands of emails without crashing your server.
The real magic is in the workflow. It automatically breaks your audience into small, manageable batches. It sends to one batch, waits just a moment to make sure the server is stable, and then moves on to the next. It keeps track of who has been sent what, so you can even pause and resume the campaign. And once it's done, it just marks itself as complete. I mean, this is complex, performance-critical logic, just automated right out of the box.
And the potential here goes so far beyond just email. You can see how these same building blocks, the data core, the AI, the workflows, could be used to create an e-commerce backend, a support ticket system, an AI chatbot, or even the entire foundation for a full SaaS platform.
So if we had to just boil it all down to one single idea, this is it. Zero boilerplate, so you can get started faster, and AI ready, so you can build smarter applications from day one. That's a really powerful combination.
And that kind of brings us to the final thought here. We've been talking about a tool, but the real story is about what it unlocks. If you could just skip those weeks of setup and get straight to building your core idea, what amazing things would you create? Thanks for watching.